Hey guys, it's Dr. Balt here, Long Neck Chiropractic. Thanks so much for coming to our website again. As you know, every week we do videos, and this video is something that's very near and dear to the people of Oak Orchard, Long Neck, Millsboro area. That is the epidemic which is going on, which is called opiate addiction and opiate overdose. You know, within the last month, we've had 40 overdoses in the local region, with more than 1/3 of them ending in death. We're having young people, older folks. We're having people that are now having to lean on these medications because they had started down the wrong route in pain management many years ago. How this whole opiate addiction gets started? In 1990, the American Medical Association combined with the American Pharmaceutical Association and thought it would be a great idea that if they were going to design a whole classification of drugs, that the whole purpose was to cover up or alleviate a person's pain. And so they started on the pathway to develop drugs like Darvocet, Percocet, Endocet, OxyContin, oxycodone, and all these type of opiates, which we know have the ability to block pain but don't have the ability to fix a problem. They didn't recognize that these medications would have side effects, most of them all unwanted, besides the obvious ones with sleepiness, stomach troubles, bowel disorders, constipation disorders. They didn't count on one, calling addictions. And so what happens is the innocent doctors were making prescriptions for pain medications for people with pain. Over a period of days, weeks, the people became physically and emotionally dependent on pain medication. When the course of the medication had run, the physician decided he would no longer refill the pain prescription, and as such, the person was now addicted. They say that within 72 hours of starting a pain medication, your body begins to create a craving for these medications. So the doctor quit giving pain medication. The next thing they do, they turn to their friend's medication. Can't get the friend's medication, or the prescription plan runs out. The next thing they're doing in Sussex County is they're now looking for other ways of relieving their pain. So a lot of people are using this new drug that we see. It's called heroin. And what they're doing now, the heroin is not like the heroin today is not like it was many years ago. The latest batch, which I believe is called Blue Devil, was heroin mixed with a very powerful horse tranquilizer. And it's like putting one bullet in a gun and having 6 people pull the trigger. It's going to kill somebody. I feel it's my obligation as a healthcare provider to, one, make people aware of the problem that's going on right now. Number 2, talk about the solution. Chiropractic has been around since 1895. It is the #1 option for a natural method for pain relief. You know, granted, many people think that it's quicker to go and get something over the counter or some prescription to cover their pain up. But chiropractic has been around to naturally correct the underlying cause of the problem. As you guys know, chiropractic is based upon the premise that your living body has a nervous system. This nervous system has got to carry messages from the brain to the body, and from the body back to the brain to be healthy. Peer-reviewed literature is going to demonstrate that misalignments in the spine can disrupt this pathway. When you disrupt the pathway, you're going to get abnormal signals. One of the major things that we see with abnormal signaling is pain. So the allopathic or medical approach is to cover up the signal, much like turning the oil light off in your car, even though you've not replaced the oil. So by covering up the signal and not fixing the problem, you set yourself up with more problems down the road. I've been in practice for close to 30 years now, and what I find with my patients are they're tired of the drugs. They're tired of the therapies that don't work. So they come to my office, and many times as a last solution. And they come in, we examine their spine, we show them where their problems are located, and with a series of real simple, easy spinal corrections, get their body functioning the way that they're supposed to. I don't hold myself out as a pain expert, but I do hold myself out as a human performance expert, because I do know that if I correct the spine and allow the body and the brain to communicate with itself, the body will restore itself back to health the way that God intended. I'm in the office all week. I love to see patients. I love to have you communicate with me either through the website or in person. Feel free to stop by the office if you have any more information about this. I'm working with 2 local centers, and we're trying to get to some sort of resolve so we can offer some care for some of these desperate people who are having this type of trouble. But I look forward to seeing you in the office soon. Thanks again.